tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello. What's going on? Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my pot stirrers, my tea brewers, and my tea leaf readers. What is your tea, darling? You know what time it is. I know you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, because it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea with Big Meats. What's going on, babies? What's going on? Darlings. I like t-shirts, but this one here is a little bit too high up, so y'all gonna see me fumbling with this damn shirt because I feel like it's on my neck and it's choking me. Anywho, it's been a bombastic week. It's been a sad week for me. It has just been a little piece of everything. We have some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline right off the bat. For those of you who are in the Atlanta area, tomorrow, between the hours of 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. in Decatur, where it's greater, supposedly, there is going to be an 80s versus 90s pop-up shop, okay, at the Chit Chat Lounge. Are you guys familiar with the Chit Chat Lounge? Well, darlings, if you are not, I'm going to put the address up in here momentarily. However, myself, Aunt Nikki, Big Red, Mrs. Red, honey, and a few of our other people are going to be there, honey, and we all got a table, so we're going to be vending. So we got merch, honey. We got merchandise that we will be selling and things of that nature. I have my sensuality oils and things of that nature. Honey, we just concocted. I got a whole, the start of a soul singer line, honey. We got the Queen of Soul, and we have the Godfather of Soul oils, okay, that I just created today. And then a whole other host of things that's going on that we are going to be hoping that you can come on out and support local Black businesses. Big Red and his new cannabis, you know, if you're into the CBD oils and carrying off of pain relief and this, that, and other, we have a specialized CBD cream that, honey, this damn thing works wonders, I'm telling you. Okay, I've given it to my mother. That's how I know something, because I'm hearing about all this stuff, and I've never been a pothead or anything like that. So when I think of this stuff, I get a little skeptical, but I said, okay, let me see what the healing properties are. And I gave it to my mother, who suffers from sciatica in her back and things. And honey, my mother loves it. Okay, she loves it. So if she get a stamp of approval, child, I'm like, okay, good. And she gets mobile and carrying on and able to do what she needs to do. So that there is fascinating. So we have that. Big Red's wife will be there as well, Mrs. Red Honey Cupcake, as we call her, with royal hair extensions and things. So we're going to have hair and lashes and all that kind of stuff, honey. And we're going to have hair demonstrations and things. We're going to have somebody right there using the product, honey, and right in front of your eyes, getting her hair braided and weaved and this, that, and the other. So it's going to be done right before you. So yeah, come on out. Aunt Nikki's going to be there. She has her Alo Nana, which is her shea butter mixes and carrying on with essential oils and things that she does. And she just expanded them. She done made these soaps. I went over to her house just a few moments ago. I'm waiting on them to chime in. And she has been creating these little soaps, and she has like a couple of them that I just need to put into my own little do-I-did. Okay. There is a honey and basil, and what else did you say? I forgot what else the other ingredient was, but that sucker there, when I tell you that baby, oh, I said, girl, you're gonna exfoliate and moisturize at the same time. Okay, she got one with pink Himalayan salt and things. All of that is good. Oh, baby, when I tell you, we're gonna get you right together. We are fixing to get you right together from head to toe, honey. We're gonna exfoliate your skin, honey, and get you all nice, soft, and supple and things of that nature, honey. Then we're gonna get you smelling good, honey, with some wonderful oil from Sensuality. That's the name of the line, honey. It's all about the tea, baby. And then we're gonna get your hair done and stuff, honey, with some royalty extensions and all of those kind of things. Get your eyes popping with some mink eyelashes and all of those good goods. And then for those of you who need a little pain relief, honey, or if you just like the gummies, honey, if you like this, like the feel of what the CBD oil does and there's some exciting gummies and things of that nature for your convenience. So that's going to be tomorrow at the Chit Chat Lounge Indicator. And it's going to be our pop-up shop, honey. They call it the 80s versus 90s pop-up shop. And, honey, that's going to be that. So I encourage you all to come on out and to do that, okay? So that there is that. Let me go to the comments real quickly. For those of y'all who are tuning in, listen, I have given you guys a couple of things. Well, not a couple. Look here. If y'all are old school and into old school music and carrying on, or old school groups, the Temptations and Smokey Robinson has just released a brand new single together, okay, called Yes or No. Is it Yes or No? I just listened to it, honey. It is fabulous. Okay, it is absolutely fabulous. So, it's absolutely wonderful. So I put the link up here in the comments, okay, for y'all to go check that out, honey, on First Listens from Soul Tracks, and it's gonna be everything. So okay, so now let's get into this, and I'm a little parched because we're still working. We're doing a couple of raffles and things. I'm wrapping up gifts and all that, and I got to get finished packaging up some oils and things. So I'm a little parched. I got to go up here and get my medicine, my juice and things. We're gonna have some juice. But today's show, it said, baby, something is riding in the cotton. You heard me? Because something just ain't right. Something is just not right. And TJ, I see you put it up in here. That what? Whoopi Goldberg needs some of that CBD cream. She's been out with sciatica. I think it's something else because the doctor could have one jumping off the gurney and dancing. Okay. Okay. Listen. I wish she had been there on The View today. I'm going to start there. How many of y'all watched The View today? How many of y'all watched The View today? Okay. I'm going to tell y'all just like this. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not buying it, honey. If it was on the discount rack, honey, I'm not buying it. If you was trying to give it to me for free, I'm not taking it. I'm not standing in the cheese line. I'm not going to accept the fact that y'all are trying to say, y'all been preparing for this interview for how long? You've been preparing for this interview with the vice president to come on. Y'all been leading us up since she's coming on live. It was going to be a history-making event because this is her first time, on the talk show, whatever. The View has been fabulous with bringing on current sitting presidents and vice presidents and carrying on. This is going to be unprecedented, okay? And we have the first female vice president. Oh, that was going to be on the panel with all women. That would have been absolutely fantastic. But now you want to sit up here and tell me, after all this time of looking to get this thing done, okay, and to go through the notions of y'all have finally brought in a studio audience and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? And then with Joy being as paranoid as she is, whooping them, everybody is talking about make sure you're vaccinated. Anna and Sunny have been talking about this vaccination and carrying on. In fact, that was what they were talking about on the show. about the whole vaccine and this, that, and the other, for them to be pulled off the show, off the air, because now all of a sudden you talking about they tested positive for COVID-19 and the vice president is here. So now they had to come in and wipe down the table and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But you didn't get rid of that studio audience. You didn't get rid of the studio audience, interestingly enough. And now all of a sudden, you saying that she's going to come on, but we're going to talk to her. We're going to talk to her from a remote location in the building. Really? That's too coincidental to be a fucking coincidence. Okay. And no. Okay, what you say, Sunny Hawson soror. Okay, right. Her soror. Okay. I just don't believe that that's what happened. Okay. I think what happened was that with both of them, Sunny being a lawyer, Anna being a very Anna, I think Anna's a lawyer too. With them being who they are and very outspoken individuals, honey, they were going to grill Miss Kamala, honey. Ooh, why am I yawning? They were going to grill Miss Vice President respectfully. And I think that they were not ready for that. I mean, look at what they did with the show. In order for y'all to try to get all this together, now you sitting up here, we're talking to the audience. The audience came in with questions. How about that? Because the first child that tried to ask Miss Joy a question, it was a question for Vice President. Interesting? Interesting. So they came in with a question. Now, how did they know that she was coming? You know, not that they couldn't have known. What happens is, oftentimes, and I've been on talk shows and stuff, to where you don't get a schedule of who's there until you get there. So trying to call ahead of time, unless you got an inside source and they tell you, because like when Monique had her talk show, I knew when Stephanie Mills was going to be there because I had got an inside there. I know I want Stephanie Mills tickets, honey, boom. So in order to get that, that's, you know, it's very rare. So Little Miss Thing came up in there ready to ask Madam Vice President, honey, for a couple of things. Honey, she's gonna go get the business. But now all of a sudden, Sunny and Anna got COVID. So now let's see what happens Monday. Because if they have COVID, that means for the next 2 weeks, they're going to be off the air, which means they got to come in remotely, right? Right. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, are you going to tell me that they had a false positive? Mm-hmm. I ain't buying it, honey. Something ain't right with that. Something is not right with that. Something ain't right with that. Wait a minute, TJ, what you say? The View, you mean the Flash, because it was a quick. Okay. Baby, no, I'm telling you, something just ain't right. Something just ain't right, honey. Okay, hello. Hey, Rhea, what's going on, baby? It's been a while since we had you in the show. Thanks for coming on in. Michael, what you say? Is Kelly Price really missing? Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. What's up, TC, my girl? Okay, evening, everyone. Great topics tonight. Okay, let's get into it, right? Let's dish this tea and dunk a few crumpets, baby. Okay. Now let's go here, because this just came across my screen as I was coming on, and I saw somebody else post it, but I didn't want to get into it because they had the TMZ. They had the TMZ thing up, right? And I'm like, okay, that's cute. But all right. But this thing with Kelly Price is very interesting now. It's very, very interesting. And I'm going to read this from I'm gonna read this from Fox 5 News, okay, because it's the first one I'm coming to, and it's a local here in Atlanta, okay. And it says here, gospel and R&B singer Kelly Price has been reported missing. A spokesperson for the singer said Friday. Cobb County Police performed a welfare check at the 48-year-old performer's Cobb County home last Saturday, but were unsuccessful in making a contact. A missing persons report was filed shortly after. The singer had been in the hospital battling COVID-19. Quote, I found out today I have COVID, Price wrote on her Instagram account on July 29th. I am COVID positive. I'm following doctor's orders. I'm quarantined, feeling really drained, spitting headache, but I'm not in the hospital. I'm grateful and expecting to have a quick recovery. Hashtag God is a healer. End quote. She had just been released shortly before her disappearance. Police say they have no evidence of foul play. TMZ reports her family had been in contact with her while in the hospital, but after 3 weeks, she had been discharged, much to their surprise. They told TMZ she did not seem healthy enough to be released. Price had talked with Good Day Atlanta Sharon Lawson back in April about her new EP, which was released 15 years after her first gospel album. A spokesperson for Price said they would not go into any further details about her case. Price, who lived in Metro Atlanta area, is known to frequently visit Queens and Los Angeles. Anyone with information about her disappearances is asked to call 911. All right. Now let's get into it. Do y'all really think that she's missing?
I do.
Do you really think that she's missing? I'm gonna say this because what my vibe is, I don't think that she's missing. I think that she took herself off the radar so that she can heal properly. I think that she's doing some holistic medicines and carrying on. And I'm thinking that she's not doing 100% what the doctor says she should do because of whatever reason. Maybe she's bored and whatever. I think that she went off the radar so that she can have time to do what it is that she needs to do. Okay. And for her family not to know what's going on, y'all know she was still battling with depression. And that's what I'm thinking too, because one of her I think it was her grandfather that had recently passed. And I know that she's still dealing with a lot of that because they were very, very close. This whole thing, I'm going to credit T.S. Madison for this because I know T.S. Madison, before any of this broke, T.S. has sit down and put up on Instagram and everything. She said, listen, honey, she said, y'all send a car around there, go check up on Miss Kelly. Ain't nobody heard from her since she said about this COVID thing. And I think she did that, either the beginning of the week or last week sometime. And now here it is, we have all of this here, this, that, and the other. However, right now, and I'm not concentrating on it or whatever, right now, I don't feel any kind of foul play or whatever. I don't sense it in my spirit. I just don't. I just think that she took herself and just wanted to go here without dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit. And after coming out of the hospital, I really think that it scared her. And I think, honey, just like Jesus did and went up to the mountain to run up on the mount, honey, I think that's what she did. She took a sabbatical and just said, fuck it, let me leave all of y'all alone so I can heal. Okay. So be that as it may. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Ooh. Your Hertz rental car put a hit on her because she was battling with Hertz. Ooh, now you know what? See, here you go with your guy. See, you know what? I tell you, see, TJ, you're becoming one of my pop stirrers. Okay. You're becoming one of my pop stirrers because, yeah, she was battling with Miss Hertz and carrying on and things. The last few times that she's been in the news, she has just been dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. She had a promoter that didn't pay her and this, that, and the other, and she wasn't going to perform and got her all the way out there. This is just prior to her grandfather passing too. The promoter got to her and was it Jaheim? no, it wasn't Jaheim. I forget who the male artist was that was supposed to be with her. But they're going through all of this, and the promoters and stuff didn't have any money, and it was a whole big to do. So she talked about that. Then she was in this thing about hurts, and there was a car rental of things, and she was in disagreement and had receipts and this, that, and the other. And they're trying to let her have it. And then her grandfather passed, and she was very distraught over that. Now she's up there said that she had the COVID. And here's what it is. I'm wondering, and this is just me speculating. I'm not putting any stock in this or whatever because we don't know what this is, right? At the same time, I'm sure that she had been tested because she was around her grandfather a lot and things of that nature. But I'm wondering if this bout of depression had put her into a spot that now that she tested COVID positive, if she felt like she was responsible in any way, shape, form, style, or fashion of her grandfather's death and whatever. So, this could be a bout of depression and things. And she just sat up there and said, listen, I need to take a sabbatical. Let me step back from the world and, let it be. So only time will tell. And, if I sit down and concentrate on it, hopefully Spirit will give me the inside track. Okay. But right now, I don't feel that this here is a complete missing person thing, but I'm glad that they put the paperwork in. And now let me go here because here's something that's very interesting. Because this is a celebrity, we don't hear about missing persons report all the time. But is it because she's a celebrity that they got attention like this? But y'all said she was missing since, it's almost been a week or so ago or whatever. And now, the report is made and this, that, and that. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I just find that interesting, I just find that interesting. What say you? Let me go here to the comments. Okay, Dejanay, what you say? I think the same thing. Okay. Daryl came in here with a good evening. Okay. Exactly. Okay. What you say, child? All right, Michael, you got something up in here. What you say? They make a movie about Patty LaBelle life. Do you think Fantasia Barrino should play her? If not, who do you think should? Okay, hold on. Let's table that one, honey, because we could get into that in a few moments. Okay. But yeah, hold on. Hold on. So now let's go into staying here in entertainment. Let's jump ships and let's go over here to Wendy Williams. Let's go over here to Miss Wendy Williams, okay? And I'm a little bit concerned, okay? It was shocked nobody recognized her by now. How about that, okay? How about that? Now, that's real good, real. That's really good. I'm concerned about Wendy Williams simply because as someone who is human and someone who understands addiction, and though my addiction was not drugs, my addiction is sex, and understanding what that means to fall off a wagon and know what it feels like when some traumatic shit has happened and it caused you to lose yourself. Okay. I won't say break. What I will say is they fucked up your puzzle. Okay. Because I know it's easy to say, oh, I'm broken and this, that, and the other. But one of the things that I'm learning how to replace in my language is to say that like a puzzle piece, okay, we all have all the pieces together. It's just like when you buy a puzzle, it says 5,000 pieces, and you see what the picture look like on the box. But when you open up that puzzle, it's just pieces, okay? And you have to put those pieces back together. And oftentimes, a lot of times, if you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, then the picture's not complete. And you know, when we get to doing the puzzle, you get all that blue background and all that kind of stuff, and it gets aggravating because it's like, damn, honey, it all looks the same when you're trying to put it all together. But you know that at the end of the day, honey, that the picture ain't the same. If you got a piece missing from that puzzle, it's not complete. The picture is not complete. Okay. And I'm concerned because I really believe that she has not been honest with herself. Okay. And what do I mean by that, children? I mean that her divorce and this whole thing with Kevin has affected her more than what she was willing to explain to the world and trying to have some privacy. Okay. I believe that her son, okay, she keep calling him Little Kevin, honey. That boy, no man, he ain't little no more. We're gonna call him Kevin the second. Okay. I believe that it scared her when he got to fucking around with that damn synthetic marijuana and all of that. Remember, and she talked about it so freely, and well, freely, but yet she was, you know, skirting around some things, and I know that bothered her. As a mother, I really believe that I really believe that affected her. Okay, especially knowing that she has a history of drug addiction. Okay, why would he sit up there and do synthetic marijuana? And you know, I'm still trying to understand that bullshit too. But for anybody who does all that craziness, you know, so I really believe that she has not been honest with herself. And the biggest thing that I think is the telltale of all, when she did the documentary, when they did the movie, and she was trying to tell her story, she just got to crying all through it and think about the mistakes that she's made and blah, 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 blah. One of the things that she has not been honest with, and that there is Big Kevin having a child with his mistress fucked her up. You hear me? That man conceiving a child with this woman in their house, okay, and then they put her up in the house and did this and did that. I'm telling you, I really, 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 really believe that she has not gotten over that. And she's been lying to herself that she can handle it, and she can't. Now, for whatever reason, she only had the one child, and I think she said that, you know, she had fibroids or whatever on her was it her tubes or something, and I think she was only able to just have the one child. And you know, whatever all that is, I'm sure that is playing with her. For those who want to, you know, a lot of folks criticize her and they think she's a drag queen and this, that, and the other. She trans, and you know, they criticize her and this, that, and the other, and call all kinds of horrible names. Some of which she warranted because she needed to learn how to take what she dish out. But at the same time, I'm wondering how all of that affected her as a woman. You know, as someone who is so public and not know necessarily who to turn to. And now the whole thing of, okay, am I dating someone? And blah, 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 blah. You know, all of what that is. And then everybody knows she got these damn big ass titty implants or whatever and things. You know, that there becomes the scrutiny, because now who is going to be the man to date her? Okay, to be seen in public with her. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what it is that she does as for a living. You know, so I'm sure that a lot of that, you know, is weighing on her, because when she met Kevin was before all of this. Kevin came in right when this was starting to build, so she wasn't what we know. You know, she was just getting into radio and building her brand. So he caught her at the early stages of all this. You know what I'm saying? And then she became who she is. Now that who she is, you know, who dates her for what? You know, she can't go to a lot of other celebrities because they thinking she gonna dog them. You know, now you got to trust folks and they want to date you for you and not date you because you Wendy Williams with all this little coin and sponsorships and carrying on. You know, I really truly believe that this is something that is something that she has not learned how to deal with. Oh, you know what, Rose? That's a good one too. That she's had so many miscarriages. Yes, she's had so many miscarriages. Yes, and couldn't have the child and this, that, and the other. And then you go out and have a baby by somebody else. After all that we've been through, you go have a baby by somebody else. Wow, that's mind blowing in itself. And then to know that the bitch been over here to the house, and then you went and bought her my house. Because from what I'm understanding, the house that he ended up giving her was something that they were looking at, Yeah. Can you stand it? Can you absolutely stand it? Let me go here. Go up here to the comments. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got, honey? Michael, what you say? Wendy Williams is back on drugs. Okay, you think so? Because it's possible. Kelly Attorney just said 22 minutes ago to TMZ that she is not missing. Okay. Thanks, TJ. She is not missing. Okay, she's just taking a sabbatical. Okay, Wendy don't have the right support around her. I'll give you that, TC. I'll give you that. She got a lot of yes men and everybody who's trying to be on the come up with her and things. And her bark, she done got to the point now and is in her attitude to where her bark is just as strong as her bite. And so a lot of folks can't have opinions around her from what everything is being said. I met the woman once because she stayed at the hotel. This is back at the beginning of the show. And she had taken, she came back and talking about she had taken her first season hiatus, and she had came down to Atlanta. Well, at that time, she stayed over here at the Western Atlanta Airport. I was working there at the time. And it was the whole family, she, Kevin, and Kevin the second. And here she kept calling him little Kevin. When that boy kept walking out that damn little where. Okay. But hell, Kevin he's a big motherfucker. Okay. I was like, oh my God. Okay. And Thugzilla. So, we did all that. And that there was that. So I met her. I gave her a copy of my book. Because I only had the first one, Awakenings. Well, I had mailed it in, so we talked about that, and that was about it. But it just seems as though she's a bit that way to deal with. So I as much as she can dish it, I don't think she can take it. And if you're in her circle or whatever, trying to get her together, honey, is the fire. Kind of like what everybody says that Diana Ross had been, over the years. So I'm just really in that because those who claim that they love her should know how to do better by that. They should, and especially after all this time. She's been on TV, what, 10 seasons? Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is season, they're trying to go into season 14 now. 14, wow. So we need to look at that and be like, okay, girl, the people who are around you, have they ever done you any good? So that's interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Dejanay, what you say? I don't think she's back on drugs. I just think she's still coping with the divorce. Okay. Will Miss Wendy be here in 2022?
No.
Now, that's a good question. I think what is happening is that it's time for her to put the show down for a minute. I think she really needs to come out of the spotlight for a second and really get herself together. And then come back and do a whole Renaissance woman. I am Phoenix, from the ashes, honey. Rise up like the bell, honey, and Phoenix, honey, and sing Nightbird, fly by the light of the moon, honey. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna get on that in a minute. Y'all know my heart is breaking because we lost Miss Sarah Dash. I'll get on that in a minute. But yeah, okay. So that's a good question, child. being a celebrity, you can't grieve in public. So she is just in her own mind. Okay, okay, okay. You think so, baby? That she's just trying to do her thing. Okay, and just needs some space. And Kevin Sr. did all that with her money. That's the most mooching off. That he's mooching off of her. Exactly. Exactly. Now you know what, and that's what's sad about it because he was making his own coin. He was down executive producer and stuff on that nature. So he was getting his own coin. You know, and I know in the documentary and stuff that he had a few other businesses and things, but it was just, you know, not doing. Or no, not that he wasn't making any money. He was making his own coin, but he wasn't making the kind of money that Wendy was and is. You know, and I think that's what it was. So yeah, very, very, very interesting. Okay. Wendy has had so many miscarriages. I had put that up there earlier. Okay. What you say, Rich? She is trying to be strong, and it's definitely affecting her self-esteem. I think Kevin, in her mind, is the one who gave her self-esteem instead of her looking within. Very interesting. That sounds like codependency, honey. But she said that in the movie that, you know, she had got in her documentary about herself. She had said that she had become so attached to him because, you know, he was just enough thug, you know, and to make shit happen and this, that, and the other. And so a lot of what she was relying on came from him. Then she became empowered to some degree. And then I think that's what started to threaten him because he was no longer needed in the same capacity. Okay. Now that Wendy's mother is dead, that's the other thing, the death of her mama. Her brother does not seem to be of much help. Maybe she is not comfortable showing her weakness to her friends. That's a good point. That's a good point. And you don't think her brother is helping her? I think he is, but here's the thing, because I follow Tommy on YouTube when he does his lives and carrying on. And he's always stayed positive, except for when he and her were feuding, and they were just like brother and sister, like we all, you know, you fight with your siblings and carrying on. The thing of it is that they took it public, and that's what Wendy fucked up. Wendy took that to the public like that and carrying on, and got her brother on the screen to be scrutinized by the world through her eyes, the way only you do with your siblings. That was very unfair. That was very unfair. And so in him doing what it is that, you know, that we do to retaliate here, he came back and said some shit, you know. So the way that brothers and the way siblings do, when y'all sitting down there going, y'all go. And can't nobody do that shit to you know, to you but other people. Okay. So be that as it may. Okay. At the same time, a lot of folks were sitting up there saying, "Oh, he's trying to use Winnie to get his come up, and you know he's on her coattails, and this and this, honey." And I'm not having it. You know, I'm not buying all that because he didn't need her money. You know, he did not need her money. And things that he had his own, you know, he's a bodybuilder and things. Child, you know what? I'm so sick of you not going to the right damn email, child. Shit. I thought I sent all this over here. I'm talking to Red because I sent him the damn link, but of course it ain't on the right damn page. Shit. Anywho, that's to come here ain't up in here. He waiting on me to send the link. And I sent it to the other page. Yeah, he's doing his own little thing. No, I'm not lying. Don't you call me no damn liar, hooker. That was a liar. You better go check the Big Red Fella page because it's over there. And it's in the T Bitches Network page. So with that, Tommy wasn't trying to do this, that, and the other, you know. So I think that the public, like we always do, end up fucking around and making shit out of nothing. And then of course, because we public, you know, everybody want to put their mouth on something and don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then the fodder and carrying on is what everybody starts to believe is truth or whatever until it starts to come out. And every time that happens, nobody goes back to say, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I had that wrong. I'm sitting there listening to some dumb shit. Nobody ever says they're sorry. Okay, when that happens, they just move on to the next story so they get the hype. Come on up in here, Red. What's up, baby?
Liar.
Ain't nobody lying. You better go check. Shit. It's about liar. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's go back. What you say, DJ? In a divorce, I think that everyone should be able to box each other, then go about their separate ways.
Well, that's because half of the time DJ is the motherfucking problem.
Wendy Williams is very nasty, and like old people used to say long time ago, a bird fly high, but he got to come down to get a drink. You know what? But here's the thing. She nasty, and she's very messy. But she wouldn't be if we didn't buy into it.
You know what? I didn't get that from Wendy. I think she's an angel.
Okay, this boy here is starting shit. Okay. Okay. What'd you say? With that whole situation, I don't think that Kevin changed. I think it was Wendy that changed Kevin. Kevin got tired of it. Like with Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown got tired. When did not want to start Wendy Williams, just let success get to her head. You know what? That's interesting, but I don't think that necessarily Wendy did all that changing. I think what it is she became popular, and when her fame got to going, now mind you, he was already producing music. You know, he was into that rap and carrying on, and so he knew what the fame was. I don't think he was ready to handle it on that particular level. I think that's what because it was too close to home. You know, to where now I'm trying to have a wife and I'm trying to do this, but every time we turn around, you doing something about this damn show. You doing something about the radio, or you know, bringing your mouth up on somebody, and now I got to come and fight your damn battles and shit because everybody want to beat your ass, and you know they're trying to sue and this, that, and other. And maybe he got tired of trying to clean it up. You know, maybe that might be what you're talking about. But she would not be who she is if it was not selling. Because everybody bought into it. When she was on the radio and carrying on and started there, how you doing? When she started doing all that day she was cocking somebody's tea, honey. She was sitting up there saying that they were gay. And this, that, and the other. So now that became her catchphrase. And for those who don't know her radio days, and she just, how you doing? All that old craziness? No, that had a meaning. And when she said that shit, honey, yeah, that was her being messy as fuck. Trying to call out all these damn straight guys and those who had rumors that they were had a little sugar in the tank as kids, you say back in the day, or that they fucked around.
Sugar in the tank.
Wasn't running right.
Wow.
Say. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. Okay. Real say true that. Okay. Michael, what you say? Another thing that the seed that you plant, they will grow. Okay. You talk about people, nasty people have no filter. So now it's your turn. Enjoy the ride, Wendy Williams. Now you know what? And this is something that she had to deal with too, because when you become the hot topic, when you become the hot topic, honey, you got to sit down there and take all of that heat, baby. Because if you're willing to dish out heat, you got to be willing to sit in that fire, honey, get your ass burned and raked over a couple of coals.
How long did she think she was gonna go on being being messy, having something that doggone focused totally on messiness, and it not one day bounce off the wall and hit on her face?
Well,
come on now.
Well,
you gotta get it. You gotta get it back.
Right. So it's very, 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 very interesting. But I don't know. I think this year is going to be her last season because now her health problems and stuff. She was off a season before, a couple times with her health and this and the other. Then the whole rehab thing when she went to rehab. Now that told everything that she wanted to tell everybody she was not she hadn't relapsed. But Miss Thing, if you are in a program, honey, that means something is wrong.
Well, I heard that she was ODing on estrogen.
You can't OD on estrogen.
You should know.
That's on the refrigerator clean. Transgender.
Shut up. You're not in the show.
Oh, shit. He said OD on estrogen.
You missed the stunt, bitch. That's what the hell he's saying. Okay.
With estrogen, go ahead. You do it.
Hey, Polly want a cracker?
Okay. Shut up, girl, and eat. But anywho, that's just very interesting. And quiet as it's kept, I just really think that we may be at the end of her run on television because, child, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, anyway, how you doing?
You hateful. You know what? You are hateful. Okay. I think this will be her last season. I do too. Or the Domino Sugar, you so stupid.
Yeah, if you read the reports on her medical record, they say she got carpal tunnel from doing this all the time.
No. I'm not looking at you. I'm reading the comments. I'm not looking at you. You hear? There's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Aha!
That's true.
Okay, we're not playing with you, found dog. Okay. In her mind, she thinks she was going to become the next Oprah Winfrey. Well, you know what? She could have been the messy version of Oprah.
Or she could just stay Stedman.
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm trying not to throw nothing over the camera. I'm not looking at your face. Hey, Rose, say hey.
Hey.
Looking back at her movie, Wendy been getting dogged out and barking up a tree for a while. Karma don't discriminate. Now, TC, now ain't that girl?
See, I said.
Listen, the seeds, every seed that you plant, honey, will have a harvest time. You understand? Every seed planted, every planted seed will have a harvest time. Okay, as my girl T.S. Madison say, honey, okay, everybody who works, honey, will get a paycheck, honey. You out there gossiping, you're working. You're lying, you're working. Okay, she said, ooh, but some of y'all, honey, been working overtime, so that paycheck gonna look real good. Okay, you're working. So, honey, yeah. Okay. Michael says, ain't nothing really wrong with her health. What it is, when she said what you said about that little young rapper boy, about when he got killed, they're not letting the show start back up. What little rapper boy? Who got killed?
That's been a while ago. She remember the boy got killed. And they got shot up, and his friends had something to do with the. Well, when he got killed, I forgot what she said, but she said some stupid foul ass shit, and that she should have known better as a top rated motherfucking host. She should have known that was the borderline of losing her show.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you say good. She needs to sit down somewhere. Okay. Facts. Okay. Hey, Pearl. Ruby, where you at, girl? Hey, thanks for coming up in here. Okay, come on. Now, listen. We're gonna try. No. Let me stay here because see, I know this next topic is gonna get real crazy. It's gonna get crazy, and I'm gonna say this. I was going to put a collage of pictures and stuff together, which I still may do, but we're trying to get ready for this pop-up shop tomorrow, and I just didn't have the time to do like I wanted to do today. But in the entertainment world, child, we have just been hit.
Hey, before you do that, put the link in the Pete Riders thing.
We have just been hit with so many people who have just left up out of here, child. And we have all just been devastated. I know I am, because a couple of them hit me very personally. All right. From Archbishop Carl Bean to Anthony A.J. Johnson. I did not know him, but I thought he was, he's one of them everyday funny guys. His stand-up, I put him in that category of Mike Epps and all of them. Mike Epps and Chris Tucker and what's the other child I'm thinking of? I'm looking right at him. I'm trying to think of his damn name. But anyway, in that particular category of a stand-up. But just sitting down talking and caring, he just had a natural knack about him that was just funny. And also, those particular kind of comedians, to me, I think are better sketch comedy children. Like they can sit up here, and as long as they're in a comedy movie and they're able to improvise off the script, they are fabulous. Because Mike Epps, he is always funny in his movies and carries on. He is hilarious. Okay, and AJ was one of those kind of people for me. We just lost Melvin Van Peebles, and for those of y'all who don't know who he is, this is Mario Van Peebles' father, number one.
Right.
And he was known to really, 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 really help bring Black cinema into the day and age that it is. Between he and Gordon Parks, they were instrumental in getting Black cinema into this world. Okay, and it was more than just coming out of that Blaxploitation thing that a lot of the Italians were doing. They were really giving us and Blacks an opportunity to really, sink their teeth into some stuff and cut their chops. Well, we lost him. A few other actors and stuff that done came into play with that. And then my heart is Sarah Dash. Sarah Dash from LaBelle. And y'all know she's been here on the show a couple of times, live on been here a couple of times. And she's very personal to me. I marvel that I was able to become friends with someone who I have been an idol of. She was one of my idols all of my life. And then she and I became friends in 2010, right after she appeared on the show for the very first time on the radio show. And we've been in contact and in communication. And she's been very instrumental in helping me grieve my brother. and things of that nature. As a matter of fact, one of our last conversations was about Archbishop Bean, because she used to come to the church and they used to sing and stuff, and they doing a lot of stuff for HIV/AIDS and stuff for people of color and blacks and this, that, and the other. And for those of you who did not know, Archbishop, when he was in his singing days and things, he was on the show Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God when Patty was doing it. So he and Patty were friends, and and all of that, and not just industry friends. They were real friends. So Sarah and I were just talking about that. She asked me to keep her abreast of his homegoing services and carrying on and all of that. So and for her birthday was August 18th. She and the girls, Mama Patty and Nona, they had got together for her. There was a picture of them blowing out a candle on the cake and stuff. And she had shared with me that, I said, "Oh, y'all got together." It was always exciting when they were able to get back together. And she said that they were working on a new project. And our last conversation was, "Girl, I can't wait for this conversation to come on. I mean, for this to come on out." And so her passing, number one, is shocking. Number two, it's just we they leaving up out of here, children, and they coming up out of here in ways that it makes us have to pay attention to what's going on in the world. And if you're not paying attention, baby, it's gonna slide by you. But we always say, Helena was here. We always say, honey, it's not so much as what you did, honey. It's not the years, honey. The first and the last of the years. The important thing on your damn obituary, honey, is that damn dash. What did you do with your dash? And Sarah Dash, honey, did everything, because I called her Mrs. Dash. Because I've always told her that with the group, honey, she was that secret sauce child. She was Silent Thunder, because everybody knew Patty. Patty was gone, because her energy, especially when she got them singing in her ear, because Patty is reactionary. When she got somebody in her ear that's wearing her out, she gonna go into the stratosphere. So we knew that. Nona was that background, she that support. She on that low note, and Nona sitting up there. She wrote the songs and carried on. So she the spinal cord. Sarah was Silent Thunder, and a lot of kids did not realize that, because she was a soprano like Patty, and there are moments to where you couldn't tell who was who until Patty went into her rafters, because they would be on the same notes and this, that, and the other, and it's like, oh wait, but who's singing? And that there was that. But she was Silent Thunder. She would come up in there, and Sarah would do her thing to shut it down, and that's what made the group The Bells so dynamic and so special, is that each individual girl had their own staying power, And my sister, I called her my big sister TT, because Patty, my mama, so they sisters. So technically she my auntie, but she was like a real big sister to me. And so we just salute those people who have passed on, and there's so many to name, because they're just leaving them out of here, child. They're leaving them out of here. And we need to just pay attention to what's going on in your world, honey. Pay attention to what's going on in the world around you. If you haven't said it, say it today. Say it today. If you got a grief or whatever, if you're mad, say it. Bitch, I'm mad at your bitch ass. Say it. Don't be going around holding and harboring that shit. Because when they ain't there for you to say it to, no more. If it's love that you need, go tell them, baby, listen, I know things are different between us, but just know that I still love you. Okay? Say it. All this goddamn texting and shit is cute, but you can do a voice text now, honey. Say it. Say it. If you don't want to be face-to-face, say it in a voice text. Okay? So they can hear it. Because it's more than just, texting, you leave it up to interpretation, because I don't know, I may have heard you neck rolling me one day, and I may hear it in that tone. Say it so that folks can hear, all of your specialness in how you speak, your speech pattern, how you say it, the slur on the words. Because you could be saying, bitch, you know I love you, and they may hear bitch, as a fighting word or whatever. You have to say it so they can feel it. Okay? And all of that. So, and then also for all of those who have joined the ancestry, honey, thank you. Archbishop was one of two people in this world in gay culture that I called my mama, because I felt that he was, and the other one was Eugene, I met her, but she had passed on. And so Carl, Archbishop, became my second mama. But that's because she was able to handle it. And she was able to, Archbishop was one that I knew would unequivocally get me together, and I respected enough, because you just can't go up and just call anybody your mama, honey, because that's just not how it works. But yeah. We've lost some heavy hitters, some giants, honey. And so yeah. TJ, what you say? I remember sneaking into the movies to see Sweet, Sweet, Badass song on 42nd Street in New York because we were too young. Okay, with the young Mario Van Peebles fucking that girl, honey, in the beginning scene. Okay. So with that being said, we send them off. We send them and all of our previous ancestors, honey. We're hoping that they are welcome into the ancestry. And now, honey, when we say their names, honey, say it with pride, beat the drums, and offer them in whatever lessons that you learn from them, honey. Now it's time to not only just talk about the lesson, but apply the lesson and then teach the lessons. Okay? So that we can have a brighter tomorrow, honey. Sarah's music, honey, will live on. Not only was she with LaBelle, but she had 3 solo projects. No, 4 actually, because she had a gospel album too that came out 2012, I think it was. Yeah, do that. If you don't know her music, go Google her, honey. Go Google her when she's Google her, or go to YouTube, honey, and listen to some of her music. Okay. And yeah. So on that note, let me take a little commercial break here. So I'll get me something to drink and carrying on. And then when we come back, we're gonna get into something real heavy. Okay, real heavy. Okay. So wait a minute, where am I? Okay, there we go. We'll be right back in a moment. You're dishing tea with Big Meats.
Whether you are a resident or visiting the ATL, if you need to satisfy your soul and your hunger with some good old-fashioned scrumptious victuals, then head on over to Tara Boulevard and feast at the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet. The Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet has a mouth-watering array of delicious delicacies that will tempt your tummy, tantalize your taste buds, and please your palates. All of our items on the buffet are made from scratch, just like Grandma used to make. Try our meatloaf, the succulent fried chicken, the smothered pork chops, the short ribs, the fried and baked fish. Try our oxtails, the turkey wings, and don't forget some of those fantastic sides with the macaroni and cheese, cornbread dressing, greens, cabbage, red beans and rice, potatoes and gravy, and oh my God, don't forget the cornbread and those decadent desserts. Your hunger will not be denied. Come on down to the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet, located at 8562 Tara Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia. Come on down and tell them that Big Meech and Dishing Tea has sent you. Yeah. Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today? Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
You want to watch the show?
And we are back. If you're just tuning in with us, thank you, honey. You are Dishing Tea with Big Meat and the big guy ally right there, honey. That's the big red fella. Okay, in the absence of Aunt Nikki, honey, and she said her ass is gonna go to bed. If you don't get up, I'm gonna go to bed. I said, girl, we're doing the show. Okay. But I know she's getting ready for tomorrow. Let me bring in Mr. Money because he's down here in the waiting room. What? No, you just listening. Oh, he's checking his head now. Okay, well, just listen to the show then, baby.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's get heavy. Let's get real heavy. Because this here is very disturbing. And even us talking about it may end up having us, I'm going to say ding or barred or whatever the case may be. Folks just want to, it gets to a point where because of the nature of it, I know I've gotten I've had to deal with YouTube because they blocked one of my videos because they said I was giving out misinformation of COVID-19. And I appealed the decision. I said, did you watch the damn show? You said we're talking about some misinformation. I said, honey, I quoted everything that y'all said. I gave the information, and then I had an opinion about that information. Okay? It wasn't I was giving misinformation. We're sitting up here talking about the facts of what's going on. And they denied my appeal. Okay. And they gave me a community strike, which means that if I get 2 more strikes, they'll shut my page down. Right. But just here, I get tired of media of social media, or now they call themselves trying to police it when we got so much shit going on to where it's not making sense. With The View, and how you can't tell me that all of a sudden these girls done tested positive for COVID right when y'all finna bring on the vice president, and y'all can't get them to ask her these motherfucking questions. Okay, you can't tell me that. You can't motherfucking tell me that. Okay, I think it's gonna be all right. Now, what you ain't gonna tell me too, because see, here's what this is. Sunny Hostin, a few days ago, went live, and they were talking about this thing in Haiti. Okay, I mean, well, not in Haiti. They were talking about the Haitian refugees that were at the Texas border, trying to come into the country or whatever. And the Border Patrol children there are sitting up there blocking them like they're on horseback, number one. And these motherfuckers got whips. And they are cracking whips and beating these folks with whips on a border patrol. And the questions just flowed out. First off, of course, the obvious. How in the hell, who in the hell assigned them whips as their form of weaponry when trying to secure the borders? Okay. Then I said, well, wait a minute. Are they really Border Patrol agents, or is this vigilante shit? You know, volunteer. You know how you got the volunteer firefighters? Are these volunteer Border Patrol children kind of in the same regard that what's the child's name? George Zimmerman was when he killed Trayvon. He was a security guard, he was volunteering to police the neighborhood and things, and he wasn't supposed to. Okay, so is that what we got here, or what? Because something. This ain't making fucking sense. This ain't making sense. It ain't making sense. And then I'm looking at where's the rest of the outrage, because I've seen some people. I have not seen this country as a country holler, shout, ridicule that we have not with to come up. Where's the outrage and the civil unrest about this? Because as far as I'm concerned, this has sent us into hell, what I would like to call post-traumatic stress disorder do I did it because of how it looks. Hell, you sit up there getting whipped and carrying on as if this was some kind of slave rebellion or whatever. Are you serious? And then for those who want to sit up there and say, oh, here y'all go with the race card again or the slave card, what do you call that?
So would it feel better if we compared the situation to cattle or animals or something? I mean,
right.
It is what the fuck it is. It's a yellow car going down the street. So guess what? It's a yellow fucking car. You are cracking whips at human beings.
Right.
That's what I mean about this world, bro, because there are too many rules set where rules don't need to be. The rules that are set that are ignorant to the races in the universe are places where it should be common sense.
Right.
Common sense can overthrow a government if everybody used it together.
Well, if everybody was common. Mm.
But my thing is this: tell me, and I wish EB was on here because I want you find me somewhere in the history books where they cracked a whip at a Caucasian person for disciplinary action to stop them from doing something they didn't want them to do government-wise.
In this country, not over in China. In this country.
In this country.
Okay.
I want to know. In this stolen country, I want to know.
That part. Okay.
The stolen country that they charged me to be.
So I'm at a loss for words at this. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss because now, see, and I'm gonna go here, and I don't want to compare it, but I have no choice because see, Texas is one of those borders where the children come through Texas and California all the time. Okay. Fuck with y'all at with them damn whips and shit when our Latino brothers and sisters were coming through that same border. When the fuck is the wall? When y'all supposed to be building this? What?
I know where it was at. Let me tell you where the whips was at. The whips was down at the doggone American Continental Bank, cashing the checks that the Hispanic families gave to them to let the people go by like they didn't see them.
Well,
everything got a price on this piece of dirt. Everything.
Okay. Right. And
I don't know if you noticed when we went to the professional women's basketball league game, and they doggone stood up and doggone want to do the whole salute to the flag. Did you see me get up?
Okay.
I did not, and I will not. And I fought for this raggedy motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. They didn't appreciate what I sacrificed.
You know, I wonder that. Because oftentimes when we're here, for those of you who are servicemen and women, and when we talk about what you fought for, and yet it seems like the more you fight, the deeper the grave gets, the hole gets, because it seemed like, was it worth it? And it's kind of like, you know, it's Patty all over again. Self, is it worth it? You know, was it worth it? You know, what is this? What is all of this? Okay, what is it? Exactly what are we really fighting for? Are we fighting for everybody to say that we got money and we the best? Because, you know, I'm going to tell you something. When I was a kid, I used to always think,
hold on. You hit something.
What?
You hit something. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and share this. They probably gonna be start blocking and shit. Oh, no, I'm gonna go. Everything that the United States Armed Forces do is based on flexing and showing out.
Of course.
Everything they do is bullying. Take it from
I've always said that.
Take it from me. It's the truth. It is. I'm not making this shit up. They spend these millions of dollars to keep people active during duty, even when there's no war going on. You're traveling all through these foreign waters just to show other countries that we got big guns. Let's ride by so they can see that we got these doggone $1 million fighter planes with these bombs hanging off the bottom of them. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. You're not going to compare that to the little gangster dope boys, child. You're not going to compare that to these little gangster dope boys that want to come through because they got hydraulics on and dropping the hydraulics.
Just that ignorant.
You're not. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that to this country.
Man.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that to this country.
These motherfuckers did it to themselves, bruh. Ray ride by, hit his motherfucking switches and drop the bass in his motherfucking shit, and you go, oh shit, that motherfucker's a gangster. I ain't fucking with him. Aircraft carriers with full motherfucking fleets ride by a country and got planes sitting on top of it, and people sitting at 50 caliber guns, and motherfuckers is standing at their stations while we riding by countries. That country didn't call us over there. We just want to cruise by the line that we can't cross over, so you can look us in the face, and we can motherfucker goddamn just lean on it and look at 6 or 7 planes that already got bombs waiting to tear your ass up, and we just want to wave and say, "How you doing?" Fuck with it. This is what goes on all the time, even when there's no war going on. But it costs millions and millions of dollars to move all of this aircraft, to do all this practicing and rehearsing, and these planes taking on and off. All that shit costs. JP5 fuel ain't cheap. All these planes in the air out in the middle of the ocean, you get these, and these ships are nuclear. Nigga, nuclear alone, so it seems like you need to put some money in the bank for saying it. Stop playing. These motherfuckers spend a lot of motherfucking money that they can motherfucker put back into this country where there's no poverty.
You know what? So you finna hit on something, because I've always asked Republicans this, and I never get an answer that satisfies me. When we say we need to strengthen our military, what the fuck does that mean? If we're already on top of the line, if we already have all of our we got equipment that is supposed to be the best and sophisticated that you have used, or whether you don't let us know that you use it.
Okay,
if you say that you can do, then I know you can do.
But it means, let me tell you what it means. Strengthening our military means that we have doggone done our we done our just diligence. It's checking they have somebody go in and check the numbers to all the other militaries and government and entities that have something to do with shows of force for their countries. And let's say there is an imbalance if they have 4 million soldiers in one country that we're not allied with, and we only got 2.5 million. Strengthen that's what they mean. Recruit more motherfuckers and build them up to balance out.
Really?
Build more. They don't want to be outnumbered, and they don't want to be outgunned.
Interesting.
Y'all don't know how steady these motherfuckers is. They go over there and tear people's shit up when they find out they got more guns than we do. And they go in that motherfucker and to destroy where they find the guns and they destroy the area, and they don't give a fuck how many women and children die. The United States they're bullies. They're bullies. They're bullies. If they cannot extract the weaponry, they destroy it.
Wow. Well, I've said that for years. Because it's always like we go over to somebody else's house and tell them how to live. And again, we talked about this just a few days ago with the whole because I was upset with we ended the war. And they say it was 11 days, but it felt like that shit was overnight. That the Taliban came in and got basically reigned in the goddamn country again. Right? But then I like I said, when I played the clip from the former soldier, he said in that clip, he says, you have to understand that these children believe, and everything about it is the way of the Islam way. So us being over there for these last 20, because I'm like 20, how in the hell you gonna be over there for 20 years and y'all ain't learned nothing? Okay, we've been over there all this time. We supposed to teach y'all this down, and you ain't let them come in and just take shit. And I was there because I neck rolled the shit out there. But then the officer says, he said, wait a minute, because he was talking to Roland Martin. He said them same 20 years. And yeah, he said, did you pay attention to how many translators they had to evacuate up out of there? He said, them same 20 years, you don't respect me enough to even learn my language, to learn how to communicate with me. And when he said that, bitch, everything about me just imploded, because I was like, ooh, wait. Wait. I had to backtrack and be like, oh, you own to something that I have never considered. But that's the arrogance of the United States. Okay. I hadn't considered that thought. And then, like he said, their way is Muslim. We don't have to agree with it because we don't like the custom. Okay, we don't like the fact that y'all treat y'all women like damn, there's a story.
The thing, okay, let me tell you something. Everybody that we consider allies is because they have a commodity that we use abundantly over here. Come on, man. I call it for what the fuck it is, bro. Our enemies are motherfuckers we don't need, but we want to make sure that they know that they're enemy that they don't have motherfucking more than we have, and they can't hurt us.
Right.
So yeah, you my motherfucking enemy, but I'm a bitch slap you every now and then when I think you're trying to stand up and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, you talking to me, bitch, and I tell you send me an email first and let wait till I respond. That's how it is. But here there's a motherfucker over here don't like you at all.
Right.
Don't like you not one bit. But will motherfuckers drain you dry every chance they get. But they gonna stay in control of your ass, because guess what? This is the funny shit. Motherfuckers been able to sell pussy since the beginning of the time.
Yeah.
All is like pussy.
Well,
you can be mad at me and not like nothing about me and my motherfucking camels. But bitch, you gonna be back for this pussy.
Right.
You're gonna be back. Because I got the oil. And it don't never stop. It don't never stop.
Right.
So you ain't got to like me, but you gonna love me.
Right. Let me go to these comments. Michael says, I hope and pray we are believers. We begin to walk on the scripture when it says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. When he says to rejoice when they are gone and cry when they are born. And we have to take into consideration and understand the realistic thing is that we are here 1 minute and the next second we can be going. And I pray that we learn to love each other and get along because life is so short. All right then, baby.
Amen.
Okay. Well, let's call it the vacation, another V, but you know what we mean. We know what you mean. Okay. Let's see. They had a double vacation and still got COVID-19. Okay. Sonny Hoster's husband is is Haitian. Okay, Haitian. Okay, he lost both of his parents to COVID. Yes. Okay. They tried to say it was their reigns. How do we forget that the black man not long ago being led by the cop on the horse tied up? Exactly. Trump would be in Georgia tomorrow. Really? For what? Okay.
Who'll be in Georgia tomorrow?
Go Navy. 3 wars, 1 conflict, 22 months, Blackwater. Okay. Those Afghans are raising holy hell on those military bases.
Right.
Okay, my fellow senior chief, Malcolm Nance. Thank you. I knew you were gonna put that up in here. Senior Chief Malcolm Nance. Yeah, he's the guy that was talking with Roland. So I'm just at a loss for words, Chad. I don't know. I just don't know what do we damn do? Because I get tired. I get tired of like, okay, how is it that we're supposed to move forward? How do you move forward when everything here is designed, is structured to keep you moving in some kind of backward spiral or whatever? It's almost, how it's a gusty wind outside and you're trying to walk against the wind, but that bitch start to push you back and turn you around. And so you start walking backwards so that it's pushing you back and not taking the breath away from you because you can't breathe when it's blowing you.
Let me tell you how. Let me break this down real quick. It's real small, short and sweet. I have watched us be mistreated as Americans born here on this soil and taken for granted, ripped of everything that we can even possibly get. If we doggone get 100%, they take 75 and expect you to make it off 25. But they do it in such a way so eloquently and give it all these names and these titles to make you feel like you're obligated to do these things in order to doggone make the areas you're in be livable. I always said this as a entertainment thing, a self-entertainment. I said, well, hell, I probably take my chances denouncing my citizenship, becoming a foreigner, and then try to get back over here and get my green card and get handed the world.
Wow. Wow, now that's a thought. Oh, what you know what? No. Break that down from a soldier's perspective. Because see, the way how you just said that is in alignment with a lot of the backwoods Republicans who are one issue voters.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something right now, and you're gonna be so motherfucking mad with that ugly ass flag that we got there fly on this goddamn dirt. Did you know motherfuckers from other countries that come over here, even getting, they don't have their full green card. They come over here, they process their paperwork just enough to become doggone United States citizens, barely, join the military, and still get the motherfucking privilege of being in our military and not paying taxes because they're not from here. But the motherfuckers standing next to you fighting the same fight, they taking taxes out of money. I fight 30 days in the war next to a Filipino. My check is $350. His is $775. What the fuck just happened?
Okay. Wait a minute. Because see, this is finna get a spiral into something else.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that people don't tell this shit. I'm telling it because I'm sick of it. I've been fighting these motherfuckers since 2012 to give me my just due. And they got an excuse every 10 minutes.
See, this goes back into, we talked about this a long time ago, where I'm still trying to understand, how is it that someone who is deemed not a citizen is able
to join the United States military?
Right. Number one, to join the military, to have all rights and privileges granted. And then on top of it, you're able to, for those who don't go into the military, you're able to come over here and acquire property. Get all kinds of federal and whatever taxes that you get for acquiring this property, except in federal money because you are a Section 8 recipient. You know, and things.
Hey, did you know that you started out when you were when you were 15, turning 16 years old? Do you know what your credit score was?
What?
No. It was 430.
Why is that significant?
We started at 430. No credit, motherfucking history. No credit, slow credit is bad credit. They bring their motherfucking goddamn squinty-eyed ass, head-wrapped ass over here and motherfucking walk in the door. And when they granted motherfucking citizenship, they shit is an 8-something.
Wow.
So they can walk in and get motherfucking
loan
and get the and get all the grants in the world. And yeah, you can sign for this Escalade. Why you think these motherfuckers got beautiful cars and homes and houses and businesses and shit when they get over here? Because they get a head start and a motherfucking goddamn pat on the back. We get a hope you right there and build it up so you can make it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not teach the urban people in the communities about how to build it up, but let's teach our people that stole this dirty motherfucker over here to make how they have to make sure they numbers straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you learn in motherfucking goddamn elementary school as a white motherfucker over here is not the same thing you learn as a black motherfucker over here. Period, point blank. And if you goddamn raise them up and they go to school in motherfucking in unison and you put them in the same goddamn room, they know absolutely two different motherfucking things in this world.
Mm. Wow. Very significant there. Okay. Significant. I'm still floored because my my sister was living in the house. She on a program, you know, and the program told her she had to move because every time they came to come and do the inspection, the house wasn't able to pass the codes or whatever. And she kept asking them. She said, "What is going on?" No, they asked her, and she says, "Well, we've been asking them to come and make the repairs, but the management company keeps saying that the owners won't sign off on it."
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so we said, okay, well, who are the owners? And when they finally did the research, the owner was somebody who was living in China somewhere. I want to say he was living. I said, wait a minute, wait.
Real
How
shit.
the fuck
Real shit.
are you sitting up here saying he in China accepting federal government money?
Real shit.
And you're not even living here in the country? You in somewhere? What?
Real shit.
How have we allowed our economy?
But we have a damn word. We have something in our economy that should never roll off the tongue of anybody in the United States of America. How does it even fucking exist? Homeless veteran. What in the fuck is wrong?
You know, that's my greatest oxymoron, honey. There's no such thing in my world as far as a homeless veteran.
That shit don't even make sense, bro. That shit don't make sense at all.
That don't make motherfucking sense. And I deplore every time I hear it. I just deplore anyone who thinks that it's supposed to be something. I'm tired of wondering the benefits. I mean, I got tired of this a long time ago because everybody who went in and thought they was going to school on a GI Bill or whatever. The first time I heard this, I gagged. I said, well, then they tricked y'all into signing a 4-year program because they told you go to school, but here's what it was. Yeah, you go to school, but you got to go to either one of the schools that we say you can go to, or they cap what you can do.
Yeah.
You know, or tell you, well, no, you got to be, you know, because you're talking about you could go to school in 2 years or whatever, you know, finish boot camp, you know, you do whatever that is. After 2 years, you're going to start to go to school. They said no, because now you can't go to school full time. You're going to do part time. So that means that you got to wait 2 years before you can able to go to school. And then once you get in school, you can only be X, Y, and Z, but you can't have a full load. So I was like, oh.
Real talk.
Interesting.
I figured out the GI. You know what? When I sat in that room and they handed out that paperwork for the GI Bill when I went into service.
Okay.
I feel like I was the only motherfucker in the room that read the whole paper.
Okay, right.
You know why I say that?
Right.
I'm the only motherfucker in the room that didn't sign it, and I didn't put no money into that bullshit because people have a misconception that they think because you're in the military, and I hear this all the time when people pass away or trying to get their kids in school or whatever, and they, oh yeah, he was in the military. Yeah, you can use the GI Bill. If he didn't sign up for the GI Bill, there is no GI Bill.
How about
you
that?
Put money into it. It's another way for them not to pay you a full paycheck. Take money from your ass when you're already barely getting money to a program that they control exactly how the program is this to you. I can snatch your money every payday when I fucking feel like it, but I'm gonna have to allocate the doggone benefits to you.
Have mercy. Hold on, let me settle you for a second. Talk to the people. I'll be right back.
Well, in fact, I'm glad Leah's in here. Leah understands what I'm saying. Nothing is given, everything is taken. The military is really hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait, he said.
Yes, exactly. Everything. You come last on everything. As a matter of fact, did anybody pay attention to the transition of the stimulus payments that they doggone bestowed upon this country? Did they not notice that everybody got stimulus checks and the last people that doggone even received anything or any help during them periods, time during this pandemic, that we were forgotten about? Somebody had to politically get on them to start the ball rolling for veterans to end up getting some type of doggone help. Now, what is that? And I thought that was crazy because guess what? If a veteran is being paid some type of compensation or anything, the minute he doggone accidentally get $1 or two too much, they don't waste no time snatching it back. I'm talking about if you get paid around the first of the month, you best believe the next first of the month, if they overpaid you 50 cents, your shit gonna be 50 cents short next month. They can hurry up and do that, but they can't hurry up and help your ass get off the street.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to explain that thing, everybody. Everything in the military when you sign up is not given. Because most of the time, things are taken from you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't take the time to use your own mind, you'll get sucked into situations and be done signed up for something, and you think you're going home and your ass still owe them a year.
Wow.
There's a lot of shit going on, but people, you know, they try to glamorize it. That's why when I talk to people about going in, if I talk to you about going in, I'm gonna hold your hand all the way through that motherfucking door and make sure that they're not fucking you. I'm gonna tell you how to get around it. And I'll tell you, they do have programs. Here's the thing. Say like if I'm one of the people that I lost everything, family, you know what I'm saying, and I don't have much going on as a youngin', and I decide I'm gonna go to the military in order to be able to pay for my tuition. You know what I'm saying? Because the pillars of my family that was gonna pay my tuition are gone.
Right.
Okay, cool. So I go in thinking it's about elevating my life and getting an education. I sign up for the GI Bill and they fuck me around, try to allocate exactly what I can and can't do and where I can and can't go. Ever think about what if these situations they're telling me that I can do have nothing to do with what I'm interested in? You know what I'm saying? What if it's someplace that doesn't offer what I'm trying to do with my life as a career?
Right.
But then here's the thing. Here's the catch. I was smart enough to know not to sign that shit and obligate myself nothing and all that crazy. You're not finna doggone lock me down and doggone make me feel like something, but you taking money from me and barely giving me my money back. And a lot of people use the GI Bill and still end up owing money. Now there's an issue. But you know what they don't tell you?
What?
You can leave that shit alone, and when you decide to go to school, they have a whole thing called vocational rehabilitation. And there is millions of dollars that the United States they accumulate every year in the vocational rehabilitation program for veterans that will pay your tuition and your books and your fees and give you what they call they give you a check once a month to go to school so you can go and get a 3 or 4 year degree and graduate not owing a damn thing. But they don't advertise that. You have to force their hand. Exactly, TJ. Voc Rehab. I swear to God, I know TJ. I swear to God. But yeah. But you got to force their hand in order to do that. You could be going to see them the whole time. And they're not going to say nothing to you. They're not even going to offer it. That's why I tell people that get involved, you have to read. That stuff will go right by you.
Child. It just sends us through changes, and I get tired. You know, sometimes I wonder. I'm like, Lord, you know, we in the rat race just to be in the rat race, or are we absolutely making a difference? And I know that we are. I mean, the bigger picture is we are. I look at the lives that we touch, the people who, you know, show appreciation, you know, in one style of fashion or another. I hear our influences and stuff. You hear folks coming back at you with some shit that you said that you don't remember that you said or whatever. That child, I was on the TV, honey. What I say, I'm, you know, it's one of those. But at the same time, it's like it gets to a point where it's like, is it worth it, child? Why am I here? You know, because I know what my purpose is, but it seems like if I go into the direction of my purpose, I'm like the hamster on the wheel.
Say that now. I got a phone call about 2 o'clock today, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's a friend of mine that was in the service with me, and you just said something that was the reason in the doggone what elevated him or made him call me.
Women, press pause. Go out and come back in, because all of that was garbage. You know they was gonna start fucking with you.
I knew.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go out and come back in because his connection is starting to fuck up. Now you know he just dropped all of that what he just said, and we heard him clearly until after he finished. Now his connection is fucking up. Okay. All right.
Okay, like I was saying, basically that is weird how God works in mysterious ways, bro, because you just said exactly the reason he called me today. Because I just talked to this man. We had a 3-hour conversation last night. So for him to call me again the next day, I'm like, damn, what's going on? So I answered the phone, and I sit back and he say, hey, I need to ask you something. He said, because I woke up and it wasn't like I was in a funk, but I was in he said, an epiphanicated state of mind, meaning it was if I had an epiphany in my sleep, and the clarity when I opened my eyes were focused well on the path that I should be. And I said, well, speak. He said, have you ever felt like you're doing good things, but you are here for a greater purpose? But when I say when he said it, the thing is just as a Cupcake was just saying, how many times have I heard it? There's too many people come at me with that, with my spiritual walk.
Right.
But this is somebody that I was in the trenches with. And he was not, what made him call me and me only, because he was speaking over the both of our lives, because he has the same power and influence on people that I do. You're talking about a single black man. You know, one thing about when you're in some type of categories in life, sometimes them categories stand out.
Right.
You probably can put the amount of people that has done what he has done. You probably can make one event out of them, because this man is a single black man that raised all 3 of his kids by himself, full-time military. All of them in Pampers when the wife walked out.
No. Wait. I'm sitting up here, as you're talking, I'm picturing this, right?
2 boys and a girl. 2 boys and a girl. And this day, all of them have motherfucking bachelor's and master's degrees, and he's working on his doctorate started today.
Wow. Now that's incredible.
Now you tell me that man don't have favor over him.
Okay.
But at the same time, he takes me in as his blood relative, because his 30th birthday is the birthday I threw. I think I told you that story before. I threw a birthday for him. I threw his 30th birthday, and he had never had a birthday party or nothing from his childhood because everything that was given to him was taken by adults.
Wow.
He didn't even have a fucking, like, here's a cake to blow a candle. Nothing. So to be 30 years old, that's the first time you experience the love of people gathering around in your honor? 30 years?
30.
So you think me going all out the way to surprise him with that and do that and him not know nothing about it? Bro, let me tell you something. And he'll tell you, he done said it many times. He said when he come to visit, please let me know who the allies are, who you consider family. He said, because somebody raise their voice, they won't be there no more.
Wow. Wow.
And he don't, bruh, I can almost confidently say his circle is me and his kids.
Okay. Very interesting.
But the thing is, it was just weird that you said that because that's where we were headed in this conversation today, and it was an awesome conversation because we went all the way into Revelations with it and bought it, yes, and compared. You go to Revelation 4:10, and it's gonna slap you. You understand me? When you start thinking about how the 20 when they put down 24 crowns, they put it down in order to doggone represent the fact that they did not need the power of doggone position. All they needed was the power of the Lord to doggone make things happen. And that grand archangel they put in front of there, do you remember that angel that he put in front of there so Adam couldn't go back in there and get that fruit again because he already had lust in him. He already knew what he wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? I done got it. I got the taste in my mouth. I got to get back up in there. Right. I can't put a regular angel up here to block this man from hurting himself. I got to put somebody with fire in their sword.
Okay.
Well, y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
You know what? Look,
don't play with me.
I'm not. I was gonna try to pull out another topic, but I'm not because
don't play with me right now.
I'm closing my eyes, honey. My sleep is trying to come down on me.
And I need you to get some rest because tomorrow gonna be a powerful day when we got to watch each other's back.
Okay? Trust. Don't I know it? So I got a little bit more work here to do, but get ready. I got to find this couple things that we need because they're up in here. I just got to figure out where the hell it is. But on that note, what we're gonna probably do tomorrow, children, we're gonna have a show tomorrow when we come back. Even if I'm by myself and do a big meets moment, but we'll try to send you some footage and stuff for those of you who are out of town and can't come. I may come live here and there to give y'all an update of what's going on, but nonetheless, do know I wanted to come in tonight because it is very important that I'd like to have fun and this, that, and that, but y'all know I like to be transparent enough to talk about some things that's getting to us. And even though I know we come on late in the week, and that's on purpose because I want to have time when stuff hits to where all those who are going to get the fodder and stuff out, I can listen and care on to see what opinions are being shaped so that when we come in, we can give a better perspective or a well-rounded perspective. Positive and negative, just so that we can have a comprehensive conversation versus just a whole bunch of neck rolling and you shoulda, coulda, wouldas and all that kind of bullshit. But this whole thing with Haiti, I need for you guys to the Haitian refugees. We need to look at Haiti itself. Haiti had not recovered from the fucking earthquakes back with what was that, 2010?
Yep.
Or whatever that was. They had not fully recovered. And now, we wanted to rebuild and come back together after all these storms and this, that, and the other. And then for the refugees to be refused and this, that's too much. That's entirely too much for what we say we're supposed to be doing for other human beings, and especially for this to be so much of a Christian nation. And you want to talk about what would Jesus do? Okay, for this to be so much of a Christian nation, honey. No, that's not Christ-like. That's not Christ-like, honey. No, it's not. No, it is not. Okay. Okay. And yeah, okay. Oh, John 11:35. That's my scripture.
Yes. Yes.
That's my scripture, honey. Jesus wept. Okay. John 11:35. Okay. So on that note, children, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this down for a minute. We're gonna get together. I got to take me just a small little nap so that I can get up and get the rest of the stuff together. We got most of it all boxed up and ready to go. I just got to tweak a couple of things, and I got new labels. When y'all see my labels, it's gonna be cute. And all of that. So we're gonna do this the way that we know how. Thank you guys for coming in. If you want to get in on the conversation, honey, please feel you could do that by liking, subscribing, and sharing on whatever platform you're looking at this on. Okay, America has been hating since their revolution in the 17 to 1800s. Exactly, because they won, and they and you know, with their whole big slavery revolt, you know, and carrying on. Haiti was like, "No, fuck that," you know, and Black folks not being under the rule of thumb of the oppressor and the colonizers. Okay, so it's very interesting. So listen, honey, you guys finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished, and you have dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meat and the big guy ally over there. That's Big Red, honey. Oh, if you love us, honey, tell all of your friends, honey, like, share, subscribe, okay? But if you hate us, honey, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies. Because I really don't care, okay? Just do know this, that everything that we're doing over here, Dishing Tea Entertainment, will move forward in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion. So, honey, on that note, baby, I have got to sit down and get it together. We've been running. I've been running. I've been running all over New Jerusalem today, and my eyes are like, okay, bitch, shut this down because you just need to stretch. You know how you just got to stretch out. I haven't been on the bed. I've been on the couch. I just need to stretch out just a little bit, and then call it great. So, on that note, honey, woo. Can't do it, Melba. Okay. And scene.